Welcome back to Suksam channel, still with me Effendi from Indonesia. If you want to have a healthy and happy aglaonema, you have to watch this video. So do not skip this video, just watch until the end. There are so many kinds of aglaonema varieties. For example, this is Suksam Jaipong. I love this one. Red is my favorite color. So beautiful, guys. This is Aglaonema Sultan Brunei. People in my country call this Sultan Brunei. So beautiful the color, and I love this one also. For the small one, this is Suksam Jaipong, and this is Red Anjamani. In my country, people call this as Red Cochin. This is so healthy and so happy. And this is Pincut, and this one is frozen. Each aglaonema has their own characteristic, so we have to give the best treatment to make them happy. Pot is one of an important thing which we must think before we plant aglaonema. To plant aglaonema, we must keep a proportional pot. The main point, if we would like to choose a pot for our aglaonema, is about the size. It's not about the color or the shape, guys, but about the size of the pot. We have to see the conditions of our aglaonema. If our aglaonema is big and has so many roots, it's okay for us to give a big pot. For example, for this aglaonema is big enough and has so many roots, so I give a big pot for this one. Same with this one. This is a big aglaonema and there are so many roots. I give a big pot for this one. If our aglaonema is not big enough and less of root, for example this one, so it's better for us to give a small pot. We have to choose a pot which has drainage hole. Try to make the hole of the pot bigger, guys. If we think the hole of the pot is quite small, so you have to make it bigger, and then we can add additional hole here if we can. Here or here, it's better if we can make additional hole. And I usually put something inside the pot. For example, bricks. This one. I usually put something. And then this one can help the water drainage well if we water the aglaonema. There are some planting medium which I use to plant aglaonema, but I will show to you the safe one. And I ever use this planting medium for all kinds of aglaonema that I have. This is roasted rice chaff mixed with raw rice chaff. And this planting medium is good for all kinds of aglaonema, and it is a spindle planting medium. If we water the aglaonema, the water will go out from drainage hole of the pot directly, so that the planting medium will moist only and not soggy or not wet. can mix roasted rice chaff with garden soil, around 75% roasted rice chaff and then 25% of garden soil. But we have to check and be careful for the watering schedule. Do not water too often and check the planting medium before we water it. Soil can keep water and make the planting medium wet. There are some aglaonema, and with their own characteristic, they need garden soil to grow, and there are some aglaonema, they can grow up well without garden soil. For example, this is Siam Aurora. This aglaonema is easy to grow. I plant this aglaonema using garden soil only, guys, without roasted rice chaff. And this aglaonema can grow up well and look so happy. There are so many leaves in this aglaonema. And I love this one also, guys. Siam Aurora is easy to grow. For this one, this is Suksom Jaipong. This Suksom Jaipong can grow up well without garden soil. I plant this aglaonema only with roasted rice chaff mixed with raw rice chaff, and then this aglaonema can grow up well, has so many big leaves. I love this one. And for this one, this is red anjamani. To plant red anjamani, I use garden soil around 25%, and then 75% I put roasted rice chaff. Yeah, and this aglaonema can grow up well also. And for this one, this is red cochin. Yeah, I call this red cochin. At the first time, I planted this aglaonema only using garden soil without other planting mediums. This aglaonema can grow up, but hard for red cochin to give new leaves at the time. Takes a long time to give new leaves at the time, guys, because I only planted using garden soil. And then I tried to fertilize this aglaonema. I add fermented cow dung. After that, as you see, this aglaonema looks so happy, and then there are so many leaves here and so big, guys. I plant Sultan Brunei with garden soil, guys. Around 50% of garden soil mixed with roasted rice chaff. Same with Bintut, I plant using garden soil also. Same with frozen, I plant with garden soil also. My tips for you guys: if we plant aglaonema using garden soil, we must pay attention about the schedule when we like to water the aglaonema. So we have to check the growing medium first using our finger like this. Put our finger inside and then just feel it. If it has been dry, it's time for us to water the aglaonema. Usually I water my aglaonema, which I plant using garden soil, around once in a week. But if without garden soil, I water the aglaonema around twice in a week. Aglaonema like moisture, they do not like wet planting medium. Before we water the aglaonema, one more, we have to check first using our finger or the other way to know the moisture of the planting medium. If it has been dry, it's time for us to water it. So I water the aglaonema sometimes once in a week, sometimes twice in a week. It's depend on the weather and it's depend on the planting growing medium. We can put our aglaonema indoor, guys. Actually, this aglaonema still need light, still need sunlight, but do not give direct sunlight. It's better for us to give indirect ones. if we always keep aglaonema indoor or in a room and then we never bring it outside of the room, I wonder with the color, guys. Yeah, for example, this one. If we put this aglaonema only inside of the room as indoor plant and we never put outside, so this aglaonema will not get sunlight, so the color will be green. Yeah, the green color will be more dominant. The next tips, if our aglaonema has got flower like this, guys. For example, this one, this is the flower, so means that this aglaonema has been all enough. It's better for us to take like this. Why I do like this? If I do not take the flower, later the new leaves will be small. Look, this one, the new leaves smaller, guys, because if this aglaonema has flower, so this plant will focus on the flower, so this plant will grow up focus on the flower, not to the leaves. That's why the new leaves become smaller than the previous one, because this plant has flower. This is flower also. So this is the flower of the aglaonema, guys. I fertilize my aglaonema using vitamin B1. This is vitamin B1, and I always give vitamin B1 to my aglaonema twice in a month. I spray vitamin B1 to the leaves, guys, and this is fungicide. I give a spoon of fungicide for 5 liter water. I use anthracol for the fungicide, and then I spray the fungicides to the leaves of my aglaonema, and then I also water the growing planting medium with anthracol. We can fertilize our aglaonema using the organic one. I often fertilize my aglaonema using rice washing water. If my wife cook rice, absolutely she will wash the rice first, and then the rice washing water I water to my aglaonema. Well, I think that's all, and hopefully this video can be useful for us, and thanks for watching, guys.